You recently coached the WNBA All-Star game. You spent some time with Caitlin Clark.
Best coaching job ever.
Best coaching job
Best
ever.
coaching job ever.
Being around Caitlin Clark, how was the experience with her? She's such a big star. I mean, the sky's the limit for her. To be around her, just talk about the type of person she is and how much she loves the game.
I'm going to be honest because it needs to be said. I can relate to that young lady, and I felt for her. Mm-hmm. I know what it's like to be hated. I know what it's like to be a Black woman and hated because of my color.
Yeah.
I can't imagine this young lady, I don't want to use hate, but despised. Mm-hmm. And people just having, she brought some on herself a little bit because she's cocky for a good reason.
Mm-hmm. Confident.
And I love that about her. But to watch the dynamics and the media, they had their narrative. Mm-hmm. And I was pleased and proud to see the narrative wasn't the truth.
Right.
And Angel and her got along so well, and watching them practice. And just get it. And Caitlin's like, just fly, and watching her pass. And I didn't know how talented she was and how well she sees the game in a 3D version, thinker. Mm-hmm. Defensively, a lot better than I thought and gave her credit for. So watching her and just spending a little time. And one thing, guys, that I've learned is to step back and let these kids be themselves. Look, I speak when I'm spoken to. Mm-hmm. I'm not sitting up there knocking on anybody's door, offering my advice because I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be social media, Instagram, this. I don't know what it's like to be bombarded and have to be the breadwinner in the family and be a brand and be worried about what I do or say and everything else, or 24/7 being pulled in so many different directions and not knowing. Throw in the fact that if I'm insecure, if I've got my own mental issues going on, who do I talk to? I don't regret being born when I was.
Right.
I'm in the right place at the right time. It's just been fascinating to watch these young ladies come up and now take the baton and take it to a different level.
She handled it in a graceful way as well. Some of your peers, they will recognize, her game, but they won't recognize her impact.
Right.
How can you separate the two? It's kind of hard, right?
And I used and Jax, you're absolutely right. And I was like, come on, you big dummies. Is she getting hyped? Yes. But she was in the backyard. She was putting in the same time, sometimes maybe more than you were.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I can't fault her for what she was given. But look, as much as she was given, you can't tell me if that door would have swung the other way where she didn't live up to the hype.
Right.
Come on, folks are still waiting for it to fall.
Exactly.
Come on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So with that being said, you big dummies, you getting paid now.
Right.
Everybody now has an opportunity to pull up their chair and have a seat. Mm-hmm. So that's the only thing. And thank God I don't listen to, I don't follow social media, and I could really care less because I've been delivered from being a people pleaser and what you think about me.
Right. Me too.
But I will tell you one thing.
Welcome.
I'm just glad that these young ladies who are at the upper tier players, I hope and pray that they have a solid foundation, and they know, guys, who they are, because you know how vicious it is out there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you see any correlation with Caitlin and Angel Reese, what they've done for the WNBA, as to what Magic and Bird did when they came in at the same time?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm sure that Larry and Irv used to laugh at, white against black.
Yeah. And they loved each other.
East Coast, West Coast, loved each other, and respected one another, and understood that this rivalry, this tension, whatever, it was for the betterment of the game. But they never got caught up into it.
Yeah.
And those two are the foundation of the great stories and narratives coming out of the NCAA now, flooding the dub, which helps the dub.
Right.
So that's, my main thing. I want to see how we as women because again, I know they're going to get mad at me for saying this. We can be petty. We can be short-sighted.
No.
No.
This is my first time hearing this.
We can, but I'm just hoping that we can embrace one another, whether you're playing for the Dub or you're playing in Unrivaled.
Which I love. You wish you could have got some of that, huh?
Oh, in the one-on-one, I've been like,
I know you was over there watching that,
come on with them cross out the knees, Jerry. Come on, I got you here. I'm just messing with you. You know, I ain't got nothing but mad love for
Shout
you.
out, JuJu Lloyd. What's up, world? It's your boy, Stack 5. Little history about me and my Jordan and my shoe collection. Obviously, a lot of people know I was with Michael Jordan. I got lucky to be blessed to be a part of the family. When I got to Charlotte, I was wearing some shoes called Protege at the time. Wasn't the best shoe. Mike seen the shoes. He told the trainer to bring me a pair out, put them on, had a great game. The next couple of days, I had a Jordan contract in my locker, signed it, been with Jordan ever since. I get traded and I'm bouncing around with teams, but I didn't like the team Jordans. All the other players had their own PE shoe they were gonna make, like with the real Jordans, the 5s and the 4s, they was getting their PEs made. And some guys had the actual own Jordan shoe. I wasn't in that caliber, but I wanted to feel that way. So we had Nike ID accounts and Speedikes, 4, 5, and 6s, I think, a mix of all. I fell in love with that style because it was on Nike ID. So I played on different teams and there was different color schemes I made. I think I made over 20, 25. So I think I wore a new pair every game when I played in San Antonio. I had a black and white pair, a black and gray pair, an all black pair, a gray, white, and black pair. I even had my name on the tongue. Shout out StockX. If y'all wanna know what the PEs and the spikes look like, I think I got a pair here, man. These are classic. The most comfortable shoe to play basketball in for me. Gotta have the X to know they're official. But this is definitely the most comfortable shoe for me. I think it's a mix of all the Jordans that are my favorite. But this is one shoe that probably meant most to me in my career because I wore it the most. Shout out StockX. Shout out Speedikes. Shout out Spike Lee too, can't forget that. Actually, Spike Lee, you know what, since we talking, since I'm the king of Speedikes, we need to link up and do a collab, baby. I'm doing a partnership with StockX right now. We're talking about the Speedikes. You ain't came out with a pair in a long time. I think I'm the most famous person to rock these, so it's only right that me and you come together. I'm with the family, Jumpman family. Hey, let's do a collab. And we need you on the show. Peace.
Yeah, and that whole league, what they've done and their mindset and the business aspect and the savviness
Crazy
and
smart.
to get their, to build that infrastructure financially, that was the first thought. And when I saw that, I said, oh, they got this. They got this is about to roll out. So, and I just hope, again, backtracking, that we as women can understand and embrace we all have a seat at the table, and it's for the betterment of the sport.
Right. Support. I've seen you sidelined at several SC games, female SC games that I've pulled up to. JuJu has been blazing her trail at SC and slowly but surely knocking on some doors that you put up. What are your thoughts on her game and just the way she's kind of been able to put SC basketball, women's basketball, back to the forefront?
First and foremost, a tremendous talent. And for someone who's been skyrocketed into the spotlight, it's not just the spotlight. She's playing at USC. And you've got the McGee twins, Cynthia Cooper, myself, Lisa Leslie, Tina Thompson. I mean, they're all Hall of Famers.
I was about to say Hall of Famers, yeah.
And now you're expected to not just achieve and arrive, but you got to elevate it. You got to make your next mark. And to watch this young lady come in as a freshman and poised, just even killed. I wanted to see when things got tough, when she got the wood laid on her and she was laying on her back and, who was helping her up, or was she getting herself up? Because I knew she was going to catch people by surprise. Nobody knew. But that middle, and certainly the latter part of that season, double, triple teams, game plans, schemes, everything. How was she going to make the adjustments? So I was pleased to see that. And I'm always amazed at how solid she is as a human being. Certainly a lot of that is her foundation, family foundation. But there's something very grounded and rooted in her. I'm not quite sure where that comes from. If I was to give her any advice, and I have shared this with her, just make sure she maintains and finds that quiet place here and here where her family, loved ones, boyfriend, girlfriend, cat, squirrel, dog, whatever, she has her quiet place where she can just be JuJu and no basketball, no nothing, and find something that she feels good about doing that's outside of the sport.
It's important. What are your thoughts on women having to wait 4 years to make that jump? Is that an outdated rule? Do you think it suits the game? Because she has to wait.
It's a God bless that rule is there. Yes, it needs to stay there until, the Dub finally financially can. Why? If you are a top 5.
You're making more money. Way
In
more
college.
In college.
Yeah.
No, I would really love to now that's when you'd see me step out and slap somebody. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? What are you thinking?
That's actually going backwards for them.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. You hurting your brand early to go,
Yeah.
Wait. Make this is your foundation. This is where your money is. For right now.
Yeah.
Right now. It's kind of backwards where for you guys, the regular season was where you made your money.
Right.
But the playoffs is where you make your fame.
Yeah.
So right now, the NCAA is where you make your money.
Yeah, exactly.
The Dub is where you make your fame. That's your legacy.
Yeah.
Interesting.